We had Ian Martin on the pole for the heat race with Carl Stanton in second, Derek Batzer third. Uh, we have Matthew Allen in fourth, Michael White in fifth, James Batzer in sixth, TJ Floyd, Bill Watkins, Andrew Freeling, and rounding out the top 10 is Ron Morris. So hopefully we'll see some.
So it should be a really good battle tonight, Josh. I think we're going to see some really good racing here during the heat race as well, and be able to see some draft and see what they're able to do with that 3 and 4 wide that we've seen in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. And a little 5-lap race, kind of feel out the draft, feel out how the cars are running, see what we can do as the pace car pulls in. And Ian leads them to the green flag. And green is out. We are racing here at Michigan International Speedway. And Ian looks like he got a pretty good jump right from the beginning there. And the 127
Yeah, he sure did.
It's Matthew Allen kind of tucking down from the top lane, trying to get that bottom line. Looks like the bottom line is going to be the preferred line for the first couple laps, so everybody kind of gets organized. And it looks like Derek Batzer making a big move on the outside, trying to get that top line running. He's getting a little help there from Carl Stanton in the 88. So he's pushing him down the back stretch. He's not getting too much help from Matthew Allen, though. And who's going to lead the first lap as they come through turn 4, down onto the front stretch? Looks like it's going to be Derek Batzer. They got one on the apron trying to make him 3 wide as they're coming down through the front stretch into turn 1. And Ian's coming back on the bottom here with a little bit of a push from Matthew Allen. So everybody's kind of just figuring out what their cars are going to do, what they've got, where they can go, and what's going to work for them the best. It looks like the 88 of Carl Stanton's almost got Ian Martin clear as well. As they come down through the tri-oval here, looks like it's going to be the race for second place as Carl Stanton has now moved into second place. But Carl's giving a really good push here to Derek Batzer. Ian Martin takes the lead back as they come through 1 and 2. Down onto the backstretch. Let's see who can get the best draft down the backstretch here. If they get the best pull, get the best push. But it looks like the 4 cars on the outside are really starting to organize themselves as Carl Stanton is now cleared Ian Martin. He's going to go to the bottom side underneath Derek Batzer here. Derek's going to throw the block though, and looks like Carl's going to have to fall in behind.
A heck of a run those guys have on the outside.
Oh, Ian just got doored by the 7 car. Looks like James Batzer got a bump in the back as they're 3 wide now into 1 and 2. But everybody keeps going straight, and it looks like they're bumping again. And we got the 7 car in the wall, spinning, crashing. It's going to collect a few of them.
Oh, yeah. He's done. His warm-up race is over with, for sure.
See if we can take a look at what happened here. Looks like the 7 car got doored by Ian, and then he got doored by the 49, and the 49 just, nowhere to go. Everybody's just running into each other. But no cautions here in these heat races as they're coming down to the white flag. I saw the 127 there of Matthew Allen get really loose as they came through 4. As they're 3 wide through 1 and 2. Ian Martin stuck on the outside. He's trying to make something happen here. As they're 2 by 2 going through 1 and 2, coming off to corner 2 here. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Ian Martin? Is it going to be Derek Batzer as they're coming down? Oh, and we've got a spin on the backstretch. We'll go back to that afterwards. And Ian is all over the back bumper of Carl Stanton. Carl ran Ian right down to the grass there. And as they come off of turn 4, Who's it going to be? Oh, they're door banging. It looks like Ian's going to win this one. And Staten doesn't look too pleased about the way that he ran him at the end there. But let's go back and take a look at that accident that we had here. Oh, it looks like the 127 just clipped the 23 car. They got into each other. And they wrecked hard on the inside here. So exciting heat race to start this one up. And I do apologize. My partner Joe is having a little technical difficulties right now, so he's going to try to jump back in the race in a little bit when he has his connection all straightened out. So as of right now, I'll be calling this one. So I do apologize if I'm working all the corners here. So we'll go through the field now. On the pole, we have Ian Martin, winner of our heat race.
Josh, you got me?
Oh, I've got you loud and clear, Joe.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I was just about to go through the grid. So we got Ian Martin starting on the pole here, followed by Carl Stanton, who threw that big block that I don't think either one of them are too happy with each other at the moment, but we'll see how that carries over into this long 50-lap race. Rounding out third place, we have Michael White in the 09 car, followed by Ron Morris in the 76. Ron always has good runs. He's usually there at the end, tries to keep himself out of trouble. Let's see where he ends up tonight. Bill Walken in the 337 car, followed by Derek Batzer in the 23. Matthew Allen in the 127. Him and Derek Batzer had a little run-in together in the end of that race there. James Batzer in the 7. TJ Floyd in the 49. And rounding out the top 10 is Andrew Freeling in the 11 car. And if the race is any bit exciting as we just saw in that heat race, we're in for a treat.
From what little bit I saw of that heat race, it looked pretty wild.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of blocking, a lot of running down on the apron, a lot of people pushing each other around. And remember, these guys do not have a reset in this race. So it's one and done. So if anybody does get into an accident, it will be the end of their race for sure. These guys are racing for money. There is an entry fee to get into this race. So as Ian said to us last night off the air, people are starting to get a little smarter. They don't want to throw their money away. So let's see how these guys run each other for 50 laps. Again, I do expect to see a pit stop at some point. If we go green, that could be exciting, having some green flag pit stops as the pace car pulls off and they come to the starting zone. And the green is in the air, and Ian Martin gets a decent jump. Carl Stanton's right there on him, though. Ian didn't get the
Carl beat him to the line there, Josh.
It looks like Carl beat him to the line. He timed that perfectly as they're side-by-side side drafting into 1 and 2. And they have just kind of pulled away from the pack, too.
And these guys are used to racing this track, and these guys are going to put on a show for us tonight at Michigan. It's a good time to watch.
They all kind of fan out a little bit coming through down the backstretch, trying to keep the side draft off them so that they don't get pulled backwards. Carl's going to have that.
Staten pulled him.
Yeah, he's got that outside line. That outside line's going to pull some momentum. That inside line looks like it's loose as Ian's just kind of sliding there through 3 and 4.
Yeah, so they're going to keep it wound up on that outside line. I think that's why he gets those great runs down the straight. Oh, Ian blinked.
Ian had a little
hard blink for.
Yeah, a little connection issue for Ian there. See if he drops off the track a little bit or if he just continues to run. So what that is here in iRacing, everything's online, it's virtual. The server doesn't really know where Ian's car is, so it's just trying to get an idea of where he might be. As a big run, he's going to go 4 wide down the backstretch. But
that's what I'm saying. We're going to see some really awesome racing tonight, Josh. These guys are going to. They gotta be some give and take though, because with 3 and 4 wide, you know how it goes. People are apt to close the door. Carl Stanton ran that high, almost got into the wall there.
I know. And look at the 76 of Ron Morris moving up to 2nd place. Told you he's been pretty strong at this track last time he raced here. So Let's see.
This is like a super speedway for these guys. It can be anybody's race tonight.
Yeah, looks like Ian's connection's finally starting to settle out a little bit. There's a lot of things that could cause that. Somebody on his stream, or somebody else in his house downloading something. Weather. His ISP could be having some issues, so we'll follow back with that up in a little bit. But right now, we got Derek Batzer out in the lead with Ron Morris trying to take the inside line on him right now. Again, that inside line is slick on this track. It's very flat down there. This track has a bit of progressive banking, so when you're down there, that car can get real loose and get away from you.
Yeah, Ian's definitely having an issue. Almost like him and I are on the same ISP tonight.
But Derek Batzer leads that lap by 0.05. So real tight racing as Ron Morris.
Here comes Ron Morris back on the inside.
Yeah, he washed up the track just a little bit. Gave Derek Batzer that run down the backstretch, but yeah, it looks like.
So if they're going to give you all that, room on the inside, you want to get up there and take that room that they're going to give you, and then swoop down into the corner, just like Ron's doing there.
Absolutely, and use that apron to get the car turning. You see Kevin Harvick do that a lot in the Cup Series. Get just that left side just barely on the apron, help the car rotate, get a good run. But here comes that Matthew Allen down on the inside, running through the grass trying to get a run.
Looks like Staten, Busch, Batzer out to the front again here.
Yeah.
Ron Morris is going to take a look at me. He's looking high. Looks like he might jump up in front of this. Who's that out there? The 6?
That's the the 09 of Michael.
09.
Yep. It looks like he. Here comes Carl Stanton looking to the outside and throwing a big block on Ron Morris, but Ron was there. Looked like he had to get out of it a little bit to keep from getting in the back of Carl. As now we've completed 5 laps of this exciting race. Man, if that's just the first 5 laps, I can't wait to see what the final 45 look like.
Non-stop action so far.
Yeah, that's a big push there that Carl's given Derek. You know, a couple of these people
Gotta be careful with them pushes in these cars. Oh, see?
Absolutely. Pushed him right up the track. And I wonder if that's almost a strategy. Push him, make him use more gas so that he can't save.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Batzer jumped high.
Yep,
Stanton's going to go on the inside with Ron Morris. I think you need at least one car on that outside line behind you. Here you go. You got somebody tucking up behind him now, but I think you need somebody there on the outside to make it happen.
Absolutely. 3 and 4 wide behind him. 3 wide as Ron is driving through the grass, trying to make that front straightaway as straight as he can. As they're 3 wide going into turn 1 and 2.
Man, this track makes me want to go out there and race these cars because you can pass on the high side.
Absolutely. Yeah, we Friday night in our league we ran this track with the 87 cars, and that was a blast.
Was it this?
Was
it this busy out there?
Oh, it was insane. Those cars slide around so much more than these do. They have so much more horsepower, but it was a lot of fun. They're still 3 wide as they come down to the front stretch. A little beating and banging between the 09 and the 127 there. And Derek Batzer continues to lead here at Michigan. Can Carl push him up to the front and then try to get a run again? Right now it looks like Ian Martin has pulled off the track to get his connection all straightened out. I do believe he is back on the track though.
It's a tough break for Ian being our points leader. It's going to be a tough race to follow up after being probably, unless something bad happens, probably being at the back of this thing when it's all said and done. Did you say he pulled off, or is he just at the back of the pack here? All right, he's 2 laps down.
Yep, he's hanging on to the back of the field here, but he is 2 laps down. So we'll go back up here to the leaders. It's a big run by the 09 on the outside, trying to make something happen here. And Ron Morris trying to work down in the apron again. They're all over the track. High side, low side, apron.
That 76 should squeeze up in between behind that 127 and try to give him a shove of that outside. Looks like they got something for him if somebody can follow him there.
Absolutely, and these guys using the apron, using the grass and the dirt.
He's eating that dirt down there.
You'd think we were watching the off-road trucks here. They come down the backstretch.
Big runs down the backstretch.
Oh, 76 just got really loose down the
Is he getting loose or is he making moves? I can't tell.
And they're still 3 wide for second place. But the entire field you could throw a blanket over. As that 127 now is trying to make a move on the outside of Derek Batcher. He's got a little bit of help. But the 09 kind of pushed up the track a little bit, took that help away. These guys need to work together. 2 cars are going to be faster than 1 car for sure.
Maybe they're just nervous this early in the race to put a bumper to somebody, you know what I mean, Josh?
Oh, absolutely.
Like we were talking about being a little bit conservative, they're following on the outside, but they're definitely not working together. Oh, he's clearing them.
He is going to
Batcher gets hung out by Staten.
Staten and Ron Morris go down to the apron. Up as he gets turned.
There it is.
Big wreck.
Tough break.
The 09's involved.
The caution.
Caution is out.
Caution is out.
See if we can take a look at that again. It's like Staten's just down on the inside. The 23 car just...
Yeah, Batzer turned the 127 right down into him.
Yep, the 76 of Ron's involved. Doesn't look like anybody caught the wall, though. It looks like it was... he caught the rear end pretty hard of Carl Staten, so... Doesn't look like too much
I think
damage.
these cars are pretty much fixable. I think they're pretty all fixable.
Absolutely. This means
that'll give Ian 1 lap back.
Yes, Ian's going to get one of them laps back. And
we've seen him do this before. We've seen him have some issues, go to the back, go a lap or 2 down, and get his lucky dogs here and there and get back in it and actually win it. So he ain't out of this thing yet.
As we look at Carl Staten's car, Carl's car doesn't look too bad. Looks like it's walking straight as they're going to come in here and get these repairs done.
Carl definitely got the worst of it, I think, out of all those guys.
Absolutely. But all his damage looks to be sheet metal on the back end. I'm more worried about Ron Morris with the front end damage than Carl Staten with the rear end damage. The rear end isn't going to see the air the way that the front end of Ron Morris, car is going to see.
Yeah, I don't know that either of them will be as competitive as they just were, but
it looks like the
Staten overshot his pit a little bit there too.
Only a couple takers on the pit road. Looks like Ron Morris, Matthew Allen, TJ Floyd, Carl Staten, the only ones on pit road. Everybody else decided to stay out.
You know, that move by Ian Martin could have been a pit strategy as well.
That's true. So
he might have been thinking about that when he did it. Oh, I'm blinking. I might as well get out of here and go get this pit taken care of.
That's a good call too. Ian's in the pits now. Yep. And Michael White's leading this one now. We got Michael White, Derek Batzer, who turned the 127 around, but he's up in second. I don't think it was on purpose. It just looked like a racing deal. A couple guys fighting for the same piece of real estate.
Yeah, I think that's a little 3 wide, a little bit too loose for 3 wide. A couple of them. So.
But like you said, I think these guys are going to be able to get things fixed up, get back out there, continue on. How about that beginning of the race, though?
That's a heck of a beginning of a race, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you, I was not expecting to see 3 and 4 wide that early in the race.
No, not at all.
But now that they got it all settled and out of the way, I wonder if they're going to calm down a little bit, or if they're going to continue to run hard, or what they're going to do.
It looks like you're definitely still having some paint issues as well, by the way.
Am I?
Yep. Do you have custom numbers checked?
Do believe I have that shut off for the moment because I was doing something the other day, painting on my screen, so I apologize. But we are back under green here. As the 09 of Michael White takes the lead.
Clears Derek Batzer. Batzer's going to slide in behind him here. I got the action, Josh, if you want to go ahead and try to get that squared away. And then the 7's going to tuck in. We got single file heading down into 3 here.
The paints are refreshing now. A little more single file, a little more spread out on this run. As the 23 makes a big move down to the inside.
Oh, huge dive on him there. That was a great run he had.
Michael White had to slide up the track just to keep from getting in the side of him.
There you go. Ian Martins is correct now. Yeah, so you got the good paints now. Got it all worked out eventually. Looks like the 7's going to get down here and follow behind the 23 and push through the corner on the bottom.
Oh, the 127's trying to make that move, get back up there after getting turned around earlier. It looks like all these cars that were involved in that wreck earlier are able to keep up now.
That's good news for Carl Staton, considering he looked pretty damaged up. Ian Martin's trying to get back to the front here.
Absolutely, he's trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way.
I don't know if that's going to happen. He's just, wow, 3 wide, tight 3 wide there down the backstretch.
He's going to push Michael White here through 3-4. It looks like he's going to try to get to the end. No, he's going to stay on his bumper. I thought he was going to go middle there and try to take him 3 wide down the front stretch to get his lap back. Here he goes, pushing Michael to the lead. And Derek Batzer,
Michael leads him in.
Yep, Derek's got no help on the bottom, but he's making it work by himself down there.
Yeah, he's doing the little thing that I was talking about, getting up a little bit in the straightaways and diving into those corners. That's what he did to get the position originally.
Yeah, as they come down the backstretch, oh, he gets up right into Ian's bumper there, but Ian doesn't lift, and
A little side draft. A
yeah,
little
look,
side draft in action.
well, it's official. Ian is now on the lead lap.
The very tail end of the lead lap.
Hey, if I was Derek Batzer and these guys up at the front here, I might just let him stay up there and use his draft to save some fuel in case it's close.
Yeah, I mean, even if you didn't pit, if you're saving here, I think you can make it to the end. And yeah, Ian's definitely good to go to the end. He needs a caution, if anything. Hopefully he's not the caution. Looks like Batzer's giving him the business here on the low line coming down the backstretch.
Yeah, giving him that big push. Here comes the 127 of Matthew Allen, giving a big push to the 09. Gets into him a little hard, though. Pushes him up the track. Gets underneath him.
Yeah, you gotta be careful in the corners, especially on entry, Josh. You can really easily turn some... Oh!
Like that?
Whoa! What a save!
Just like that?
Just like that.
There.
That was a heck of a save by both cars there.
Absolutely. Is Ian stuck in the middle now, 3 wide. No longer on the tail end of the lead lap. I don't expect him to just sit back there, though. Looks like here he comes back on the inside. Oh, Batzer throws a big block. Ian goes to the outside. Got a little bit of a run, but he's got no help.
A little bit of a rivalry going on here between these two gentlemen.
Ian just wants to be back up at the front. He wants that clean air.
That's a safe spot for somebody who's a lap down and needs his lap back.
I don't know, he almost just got turned from that position.
That's true, too. 3 wide down the front stretch. That 09's getting great runs on the outside there.
I was just about to comment. I'm surprised that 09's able to stay up there and keep up with these guys as well as he has as he starts to fall back now. And Ian makes a jump to the outside, trying to get a run, trying to get his lap back. Try saying that 3 times
He's
fast.
doing that all by... This 09 is keeping it wound up on that high side. And he's in the straightaways. He's 2 or 3 miles an hour faster than these guys. I'm watching the ticker. And he's actually faster than them while they're drafting down the backstretch. And that has to do with him just not letting it get bogged down in the corner. He's keeping it wound up.
What's right or wrong with that 09? Let's hear him keeping that thing wound up on the outside here. Now he's going to get the draft from the 23 car here.
Just a little bit of air. Yep. And now you'll see he's going to get a huge run down the backstretch. He's technically leading the race right there for a second.
Just for a split second. As Ian Martin gets that bottom line working again. With a little help from the 127 of Matthew Allen. Matthew's been up in the mix this whole race. Trying to get Ian back on that lead lap.
I think some of these other guys are kind of holding back, trying to stay out of it for a second. Just not sure what's going to happen with these guys racing as hard as they are.
Especially when you have guys like Carl Staton and Ron Morris who were caught up in that last wreck. They've seemed to have fallen off the pack quite a bit.
Yeah, they're about 24 seconds back now.
Yeah, they're just running by themselves. I don't know if that damage is keeping them from keeping up with the pack or if it's more of a strategy thing. Try to save fuel and be there at the end. As they're just back to 2 wide now as they go through 1 and 2.
Yep, and we're about to approach halfway right here. It'll be 25 at the stripe.
Now, these cars look like they're starting to slide around a little bit. Looks like they're starting to push. Again, it is a hot day here at Michigan with 90-degree temperature, bringing the track temperature up to right now it's 114 degrees. So that's a hot, slick track.
Blazing. Tires are going to be a factor, I think, Josh, in this last half of the race.
I agree, because these tires that they're on are basically street tires. They are grooved, regular radial tires, like you'd have on your street car. So they're not meant for the abuse of running
3 wide.
3 wide again.
Batzer snuck right up in there, pushed Ian out of the way almost.
Oh, he's 4 wide.
4 wide.
Ian's back to the back bumper of that 127 car, and now he's going to dive all the way to. He just went 3 lanes, trying to go back down to the bottom.
Back to 3 wide, back to 2 wide. Batzer to the lead. Heck of a move by Batzer there, coming from the bottom to the middle to the top, and then taking the lead. Now he's going to get taken again by Michael White, our winner from last week, back to the point.
Yeah. So he gets all the way down the apron. And who's Ian going to help? Is he going to help Michael? Is he going to help the 2 cars on the outside? In reality, he's just trying to help himself. At the same time, he knows that there's 2 cars out there that are damaged that could take away his lucky dog if there was a yellow.
So this race is going to shake up the points big time, Josh, as I sit here thinking about it. With Staton falling off the back, he's our second guy in the points. Ian's a lap down here riding with the leaders, but still a lap down. If it stays the way it is, if there are no cautions, could shake up the points pretty well here at Michigan.
Yeah, that's why I think Ian's running as hard as he is with these leaders. Oh, the 23 just got turned. I don't know if he got turned or if he got loose. Or...
I feel like that looked like some net code maybe. It was hard to tell. I didn't.
So we're looking at the instant replay right now. As he comes off the corner, the car just turns right with nobody near him.
Almost like he blew a tire.
It's almost what it looks like. You're right.
Can we look at the right front?
Let's go back to his car. Let's take a look at that right front. It's hard to say.
Dude, his wheel turned straight right just now. Straight into the wall. Almost like his wheel got shut off. You know how that can happen sometimes?
Absolutely.
That's a tough break for Batzer as well as anybody else involved in that wreck. Looks like Ian Martin's going to get his lap back. Maybe Staton and Morris can get a little bodywork finished, fixed up here on this caution. Looks like Staton's headed maybe down pit road.
Looks
maybe
like
not, I'm not sure.
Pretty much the entire field is on pit road right now.
Ron Morris stayed out.
Yep, Ron Morris stayed out.
Staton stayed out.
Staton stayed out. I think those are the only 2 that stayed out. But they were tail end anyways, and they could make it to the end on fuel. So who's going to win the race off pit road? That's the question.
Batzer's day is done. Looks like he had to tow it in. And he's disconnected from the from the server.
Batzer has disconnected, so looks like his day is done. He was having such a strong running too.
Sure was. Something happened to his. I think something happened to his equipment or his internet connection or something, because that thing went straight right just now. Holy shnikes.
Yep. So it looks like Michael White is going to win the race off pit road, followed by the other Batzer, James Batzer.
We haven't talked much about James. He's been kind of just hanging back there watching.
Yep, he got caught up in that wreck.
Same with Bill Watkins and TJ Floyd as well. Those guys they've been there, but they've been saying, you know what, we don't want to be a part of that craziness.
Well, they got caught up in that wreck in the heat race. So I think they might have taken that, in mind and said, hey, if these guys are going to run like that, we may want to just kind of hang back in the back, relax, play it safe, be there at the end. Remember, no resets. So if you have a problem, your night is done.
Looks like Staten must have hit pit road, and maybe got a little bit of that damage fixed again.
Yeah, it looks like he might have almost all that damage fixed now. His car wasn't too heavily damaged in that first accident. But any damage you can fix to get your car running fast again is what you need to do.
Absolutely.
The big story right now, though, is Ian Martin getting back on the lead lap.
Yep, he's back in the lead lap. He's still got a pristine car. I don't think he got any contact in that last wreck. Maybe a little bit. I did see him swerve down left during it. But he's catching up to the back of the field here in a second. Looks like he might have hit. No? I don't know. He's 45 seconds off. So.
Yeah, as the pace car pulls down in the pit lane.
He may not make it.
We are green, and Ron Morris with a little bit of a jump. But it looks like TJ Floyd is going to come around the outside. I think that damage is still hurting Ron just a little bit.
Josh, can you go to Ian and see where he is on track in relation to
his
front pack real quick?
Oh, he's right there.
Okay.
Let's jump to the blimp view. You can see he's not too far behind.
Okay.
And now back with the leaders here. As TJ Floyd takes the lead. Well, here comes Andrew Freeling. Taking a look at the inside. Name we haven't said yet tonight. And James Baker.
Yeah, Andrew Freeling's family usually watches these races too, so he's putting on a good show for that family, coming around in the second position right now, looking for the lead.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get a little bit of help here from Michael White too, as Michael's keeping that inside line all wound up. Andrew's running a little bit lower than TJ Floyd is, so he might be able to get underneath him. Apron's in play, and we've seen a couple people try to make passes down there, so as you can see the 09 peeking down to the apron as well.
Looks like you got the 7 coming on the outside here. He's gonna have a tough run on the outside. He's got the 09's gonna get up behind him and give him a good push here. Freeling's gonna fall off behind the inside line there. Looks like 09's going 3 wide. He likes that far outside. I think he feels safer out there.
Yeah, you don't have to put as much wheel in it, so he's saving some tires up there too.
Yep.
As it looks like the 07 and James Batzer will assume the lead. Here comes that 09 and Michael White again. Up on the outside.
If you're Freeling and Watkins, you got to be seeing that these highline runs are working, and you got to get together and make something happen, boys. Get up there. 09 by himself to the point.
With James Batzer sliding it down on the inside. Pulling up even with him as they come off of 4. Pretty much dead even down the front stretch. Who's the 49 going to go with? James is going to lead that one. The 49 is going to try to shove it 3 wide. Nope, he thought better of it. He's a little further back. And the 11 of Andrew Freeling back in the mix. Right in the tire tracks of James Batzer. But here comes the 49 and the 09 there, making that outside work again.
Ooh, Freeland got loose on entry
Yeah,
there. He almost
he caught.
whipped it around.
Yeah, he caught the apron just a little more than you want to, but keeps it going straight. Because now the top 5 have pretty much broken away from themselves, by themselves. Yeah, it looks like something happened to Ian because he's being shown a lap down again.
Is he being shown a lap down just in the timing? Because he's also being shown 44 seconds back, which I don't think is correct either.
No, he's right there. So he's still not too far off the pack.
Yeah, I have him on the lead lap in actual timing. Oh no, I don't. I have. You're right. He's a lap down. So I wonder why that is.
But back here up at the front, Michael White still assumes the point. And you can see these cars sliding around. You see James Batzer really working the wheel there, going through the corner. These tires have got to be getting tired pretty soon for the ones that didn't pit.
You can see them. They're loosey-goosey.
Yeah, and this is almost the end of the race. These guys are pushing hard as we're coming to just 15 laps to go here at the stripe. So right now, I think everybody's just kind of sizing each other up, seeing who's running where, who's running what, who's got what, as it comes down to the end here. And anybody in the top 5 is still in it. I mean, you've got Bill Watkins there kind of hanging on the tail of this pack. He's just kind of staying back there. He could get a really good run if he could, pick somebody's draft up and pull himself to the front.
I think that outside line is the key to victory here, Josh. I think on the last lap, going into 1, if you hit that outside line, you're going to win this race.
I'm not going to take that apron out of play either, though, down the front stretch. Remember last time they raced here, they were from the apron to the wall.
All right, Lil John.
Oh. We just had a connection issue with somebody here.
I think it was James Batzer, or not James Batzer, but the 09 of
Yep.
Michael White had a little blink.
Looks like he's back now. Yeah, he was making that outside line work. Now he's down on the bottom, making that line work.
Yeah, I mean he's doing a little bit of racing too, right? He's making TJ work down the straightaway, and then kind of diamonding it in on the corners. You can see his entry is a little higher than everybody else's too.
Just a little bit. He's diamonding in the corner just a little bit to kind of get that run down the hill, as we like to say, where you kind of use the apron, or use the banking to help the car gain speed as it comes down the hill.
And here comes Bill Watkins on the outside. He's going to get up in the action. He said it's almost GO time, 12 laps in, or 12 laps to go. He's going to get in the mix.
Yeah, he's way up on that high.
He knows that outside line's going to work.
Yeah, he was watching Michael White there and saying, hey, he made it work. Let's see if I can make it work.
I mean, those two and Freeling together would be a heck of... Oh, look at he's... 09 is keen to what's going up there, trying to throw that block on TJ Floyd.
Yeah, he's starting
Caused TJ to do a little lifting, I think.
Yep, looks like the 09 starting to work all the lanes, seeing where the momentum is, seeing what line's working for him, and getting up there throwing that block.
Not fast enough there. TJ had him there down the backstretch.
Yeah, it looks like James Batzer gave him a nice big shove down the backstretch. Gets him back to the front.
TJ Floyd just needs some help on that outside line. I think he'll have something for the 09 coming to the stripe here.
Yeah, it looks like Bill Watkins is coming up there to give him that help he needs. And James Batzer was really loose there through 1 and 2. Really see that.
I also think Batzer's biding his time before he hits that middle opening. I'd have already jumped into it if it was me.
For sure. You want
Big
that clear
push
air.
down the backstretch. Yep.
But yeah, you can look right in these front windshields and see these guys working that wheel. These guys aren't out there for a Sunday drive. These guys are really wheeling it around here.
10 laps to go at the stripe. Two by two back.
Now, the only thing these guys don't want to see is a caution.
Yeah, absolutely not. And if you do have a caution, make sure it's on the white flag lap.
As a 7 car,
Oh.
James Batzer, he was really moving around left to right there, down the backstretch.
Yeah, that caused Bill Watkins to do a pretty heavy lift, lost a lot of momentum now.
That was a big backup. He lost all his momentum as they come down here to the stripe. 9 more to go. That 49's got the run on the outside. He just can't complete the pass. And it looks like James Batzer's front tires are starting to go because he just keeps pushing up the track just a little bit. Now he's going to give Michael White that big push down the backstretch. But TJ Floyd's making it happen by himself out there. Looks like he's got him clear. Just couldn't get down there in time.
Yeah, he wasn't quick enough on the clear call to get down, but I think he'll have something here. Josh Freeling's going to get right up behind him here.
Yeah, as they're going to be going by the lap car here. It looks like of Carl Staton. Looks like Carl's just going to stay up against the wall for these guys. But that 49 is going to try to get his draft, though, before they go on by. Very respectful, staying out of the way.
Yeah, awesome move by Carl Staton. Bad news for Carl Staton is now he's got to deal with Ian Martin passing him here.
That's
Only
true.
3.5 seconds back off of him.
That's true. They're going to be racing for that couple points there.
Couple points, possible lucky dog. We have a wreck in the next 6 laps. Tough break for Carl and Ian tonight. Both are points leaders, first and second.
But is that going to give an opportunity for somebody else to get up in that mix? Because next week is the final.
Yeah, as long as you haven't missed a week. I think some of the guys who came in the second race of the season was their first race. That might be an issue, but for the rest of these guys, it's not going to be an issue.
Yep, and here goes Michael White, working both lanes, going all the
He
way at the
tried
top.
to block. He tried to block. TJ went outside of him and said, "Nuh-uh, not today, sir."
Yeah, he's trying to make that car 3 lanes wide.
You better be careful. James Batzer's going to get a run on the inside on him.
Surprised James hasn't tried going down to the apron there on the front stretch to get around him. There's still 2x2 up at the front. And then James Batzer, and then another 2 wide in the back.
TJ is probably going to clear him again here down the backstretch because Freeling's coming again.
He's got that big run.
Get down, sir. Get down, sir.
Not quite clear.
Not quite. Really close, though. Might have been a wreck.
About a half a foot more, and he would have been clear there. So now he's got to try.
All right, he's got Freeling there. I don't think he'll have any issue. This time down the backstretch, he will clear. As long as Freeling stays tight.
Yep, as we come to 5 laps to go.
Oh, yeah. They're going to get a huge run down the backstretch right here. Freeling's going to go... Oh, maybe not.
He's looking outside now. He's got quite the run.
Still not clear.
Let's see if he
See, that's a tough call. I think if you push TJ to the point, and then you get that 09 to squeeze up behind you, and you go to the point and win this thing. If I'm Freeling, that's what I'm trying to do. Push this guy, get him up out of the way, get him off that top line.
Absolutely. And then you got James Batzer just kind of hanging back here in third, biding his time.
I think he's waiting to pounce, Josh. I really do.
Yeah, it looks like he's just biding his time right now.
He looks really stable too. He doesn't look loose and all over the place.
And now the 49 is going to clear. No, he's not. I thought he had him cleared.
He had him cleared, but I don't think he wants to take it. I think he's comfortable where he's at right now.
He's saying, I know I've got this run. I know I can make this work. He just doesn't want to be at the point because he doesn't want to be a sitting duck. 3 more times. As now
3 wide.
The side draft is real right there. As that just killed TJ's momentum.
It didn't really, though, because here he comes back on the outside with Freeling behind him.
Yeah, Freeling's giving him that big push. Is he going to clear him this time? He's got him cleared.
He does.
Oh, looked like a little bit of contact there, but yeah, TJ's up at the point now. As the 79.
He sure is.
Ron Morris stays high. We got the popsicle sticks in the air. 2 more to go. And here comes Michael White on the outside. You know he likes that outside.
These two are going to have a run for the ages cutting the line, because I think they're going to swap one more time before it's said and done here.
Absolutely. And both Freeling and James Batzer have really dropped off a little bit, kind of getting that draft, that big run down the backstretch here. You can see Freeling close up on the back corner of Michael White here.
Ooh. TJ did the same thing to him as he did to TJ earlier. He kept it nose right there on the entry.
Yeah. The white flag.
Batzer's going to line up right behind him.
Yeah, white flag's in the air. One more time. Can Michael White make that outside work? Can TJ hold the bottom? What's Batzer and Freeling?
White had him cleared into 1. Oh, Freeling lost control of the car a little bit there. That might cost him down the backstretch here.
Yeah, because here comes Bill Watkins here on the inside in the bottom row.
Oh, yeah. Billy said it's time to go.
Yep.
Woo! They're all leaving him. They're leaving him.
Michael White back to the front. But here comes TJ on the bottom, trying to make that bottom work. He's loose. He's got that thing wheeling. As they come off of 4, a little bit of contact between the 49 there. They're beating and banging, but Michael White is going to win it.
Michael White, when I think TJ got second too, yep.
Yep, TJ.
And then James Batzer in the 3rd spot.
What a race.
Awesome finish. Beating and banging all the way to the line from 3 all the way to the end. Congratulations, Michael White on a heck of a run on the outside there, early in the race, and even coming to the line there. Good race from the 49 as well.
Absolutely. And James Batzer, Andrew Freeling, Bill Watkins, top five, all being right there together. It was anybody's race there at the end. I mean, you
Hey,
had
so we have some winners and some serious losers in this race. So Derek Batzer, Ian Martin, Carl Stadt, and Ron Morris, not such pretty performances today. Ian Martin comes away ninth, 2 laps back.
yep, Derek Batzer with that looked like either a wheel issue or some kind of mechanical failure or some kind of failure on his part. And Ron Morris just getting caught up in that wreck that really he had nothing to do with. As the 09 of Michael White's just going to burn it down. Nice thing about Michigan, too, is you've got the victory lane there. You can always pull the car right into. Yep, but he's not going to.
Well, congratulations to Michael White, TJ Floyd coming away second, James Batzer third, Andrew Freeling fourth, Bill Watkins rounding out the top five.
Yep, then Matthew Allen sixth, Kyle Staton, like I said, rough night in seventh, Ron Morris, Ian Martin, Derek Batzer finishing 10th. Again, big point shakeup going into the final race next week.
Huge point shakeup. Great race to watch. I love every time we come to Michigan. I enjoy it from start to finish. I was like drooling as I sat here staring at it because I want to be out there racing.
Yeah, these guys put
It's
on
fun to
quite a
watch.
show. These guys put on quite the show tonight. And yeah, absolutely. And where do we go to next week?
So next week we are for the finale because it's going to be our fourth race of the season, right, Josh?
Yes, it is. While he's looking that up, I just have to look back on the first three
We're going to
races.
be at
Oh, go ahead.
Yep, we're going to be at Phoenix Legacy, 75 laps. So the finale is a 75 lapper from Phoenix,
A little bit of a short
and we'll
track
have
deal.
points. Yeah, we'll have the points for you guys here. The beginning of the race next week. I would imagine it's going to be a heck of a close run at the top. Now, I'm going to go with Andrew Freeling and James Batzer being right there in the mix for the title, along with I mean, it's going to be tight from first to sixth, I think. Derek Batzer had a bad night again, so I don't see him moving too far up the ladder. But Ian and Carl had a bad night, so they'll be dropping a bit.
So what you're saying is next week it could be anybody's race.
Absolutely. And given that it's short track, you never know what's going to happen with those guys. You want to pull Ian here and see what happened there? I thought he had a lap back and a nice car. I'm not sure what happened to him. Maybe we can
Let's
figure
pull
that
it.
out. Hey, Ian, it's Josh and Joe in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, so we saw you were getting your lap back there, and what happened there in that last incident? Before, because you should have gotten a lucky dog and been back on the lead lap, but you ended up still a lap down.
Yeah, so my internet went out early laps on and put me 2 laps down. So then a caution came out. I got 1 lap back, and then I pit it for fuel, and the pace car beat me by like half a second. So I went back down another. So I was 2 down total. And then that wreck happened with Derek and Matthew. And when it happened, I hit Matthew's rear bumper because he wrecked right in front of me. And if you get any contact, iRacing doesn't give you the lucky dog. So it didn't give it to me.
I gotcha.
That makes
I got
sense.
it. That makes sense.
Yeah,
I was fighting the whole time to try to get my laps back and just couldn't do it. Blinked out early on. Don't know what happened with my internet or my quality on my computer.
Did Derek say what happened to him? It looked like his steering wheel just turned right and straight into the wall, like it went to sleep or something.
Yeah, Derek's done. Derek caused 3 wrecks tonight, and that last one was intentional. Obviously, he's done.
All right. Well, tough points day, Ian, but it's going to be interesting next week with you, Ron Morris, and Carl all having bad nights tonight. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but hey, it's tightened up the point race quite a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully I can recover from it next week at Phoenix. That's a pretty good track for me.
Yeah, I believe you won the last time out at Phoenix, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Well, it'll be
All right.
exciting.
Well, good luck. We'll see you next week there, Ian. A good job being the admin again tonight. Tough luck, and hopefully, like you said, it'll turn around next week.
Yep, thank you.
All right, well, that's going to
All
do it
right.
for us tonight. Great race again, Joe. I love watching races here with these guys. They put on such a show.
Dude, I love calling races with you. I have a great time every time we get to do it. A couple difficulties technically for me being down in a hotel in Florida versus at home in my cushy, awesome simulator. But so next week, Phoenix 75 for the title,
For the all,
and then winner takes all.
plus that nice
Probably.
little plaque that they're going to have too. So we'll
Yep.
definitely see you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed it tonight. I know we enjoyed calling it, and we'll enjoy calling
Yep.
next week as
Absolutely.
well.
Like, share, follow on Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Facebook. If you guys want to have your race broadcasted by me, Josh, or the admins, just let us know, and we'll see what we can do. We have a pretty full schedule as of recent, but we're more than happy to do so for anybody. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow. And that being said, that man, we said.